Hey guys, welcome to the Can't Quit My Day Job podcast. I'm Brett McDaniel,
Michael Brock, what up?
and we're gonna go and talk about tattoos again. It's gonna be part 2, episode 3. So, we left off. Kyle was giving us shit about going and not finishing last time because we're too slow. We talk too much and all this bullshit. I don't understand. It's a podcast. We're
Kept
supposed to
running
talk.
up the minutes.
So
Yeah, apparently there's a timer that he set for us, but
fuck the timer.
yeah.
So right now, we're just gonna go ahead and just jump back where we left off and give you guys a couple ideas of where we're at with all these stupid ass questions that was submitted to Kyle.
Yeah, and Kyle wants us to finish the questions, and if we don't, then he's gonna be punching holes in the drywall, and nobody likes that.
No.
Nobody wants that.
No. So with that being said, we'll just jump into question uno, and that is: do we have a favorite tattoo?
My favorite tattoo. Damn. Well, I like the majority of my tattoos. My favorite one, though. Well, damn, that is a good one. I think my chest, maybe, just because it just rides up into my neck, and I love the way it peeks out of my shirts, and the color is pretty insane. We'll do a video in depth of our tattoos talking about it, but I think maybe my chest tattoo is pretty solid. Yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Yeah. Okay. So here's an idea: if you had to have one to be safe, the rest of your body is gonna be burned, but one tattoo to save, would your chest be the one to save?
No, my balls.
Dude.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, if the rest
Bro,
of my
I'm
body's
honestly-
gonna be burnt, my balls are safe, not yours.
Bro, now people have to go back to episode 2 to fucking find out about that.
Well, I was just saying. I mean, you did say if one of your tattoos was gonna be burned. I definitely don't want my balls to be burned.
No, but like to be preserved for later generations, you dick sucker.
My statement still stands.
Oh my god, dude.
Maybe you should go.
Alright, so favorite tattoo for me is it just depends on the situation, but I think honestly the one that if I had to save would be my Daisy.
Yeah.
My Daisy was when Daisy, my daughter, was learning how to write her name, and it was before she started kindergarten. And I got a crayon, and I was like, Daisy, write your name. And so she got a crayon, and she wrote her name, and then I took it to my boy, and he went and it's like, I can make it look exactly like it. And I went, do it. And so he did it, and I love that tattoo. Because it means a lot to me. But
Yeah.
my favorite one to look at is my chest piece, too. My chest piece is huge. It looks good. It's vibrant. It's still colorful. And it was something that I made up a long time ago. And I just thought, fuck it. It's badass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one, I love that tattoo. And also the experience that came with it was really cool.
Right, and that's another thing I always think about when people say, when we're asked that question, what's your favorite? I think of the story behind it, not necessarily the story behind the ink itself, but the story behind
Getting
that that day or that week that we got it. I mean, that was a Vegas trip, and I mean, there's a lot of memories to that. And we'll go into another video. With
Yeah, we're gonna go and do a full tattoo video.
And
But when we say tattoo, I mean we're gonna give you guys a tour of our bodies, and if you go and finish the end of that next episode, you might get to see someone's nutbag.
What up?
Or comment in the section below. So that's it for that. I think that's pretty good.
No, that wasn't
Fucking
too bad.
Kyle's stupid ass questions.
Yeah, well, here's another one. Kyle's stupid ass questions. How to decide on an artist?
Well, the easiest thing: do your homework, follow the Instagram, follow the work. And if they mesh with you, they mesh with you. Try to go and find out background information if they're going to be a dickhead or not. Because if you got a tattoo artist that isn't going to go and work with you, why bother? If you got a tattoo artist that is like not going to go in, and if you have one idea and they're complete different idea, and it's something that you just like, I'm not satisfied with that idea. If it's not for the good and there's pushy, then it's maybe not your artist. Maybe it's not your time to get that tattoo. Don't force a tattoo. Get a tattoo when it's your time. And yeah, that's a way to, like, when I decide on my artist, the way I look at it, I look at the portfolio, and I don't look at the last 5 tattoos. I look at as far back as humanly possible, as far back as they give me. And if they only give me 6 months worth of content, then that means there's a problem, because that means they've only been good for 6 months. So what happened prior to? And I want to see what led them into it, because those little, within that 6 months, they're probably giving you the best tattoos that they did in that time, but they probably had a bunch of misses. So it's, if you can see consecutive, like within weeks of each other or days if possible, that's where you want to grade, how well did this tattoo come in and how well did they go and mesh. And then also, is that artist going to do the style that I want, or the color, or black and gray, or whatever it is, like the details of it, because that's what is going to go and craft a good tattoo, is knowing what your artist is capable of.
Really specialize in.
Yeah. I think I just hit that fucking one at the park.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do when you decide?
No, and that's exactly right. And like you said with the 6-month thing, I mean, you gotta, you want to see what they learn from their mistakes on their past, and if they don't have any mistakes, and they're, barely showing you what was only in the few months process, only a few month pictures, then where's all the rest of your work, But that's, I mean, you pretty much knocked it out as far as, how to decide on an artist. Just do your homework. Tattoo's gonna be on your, on your skin forever. This is gonna be on your body forever. So just make sure you do your homework when you're gonna decide, exactly like you said. I mean, you gotta pick the style you want, and whether it's gonna be black and gray or color. I mean, different artists specialize in different things. So, I mean, that's just the main factor you have to realize and know when getting tattooed. Those are the two huge things that people are constantly mixing themselves over. Do I get black and gray or do I get color? I'm still deciding on what I'm trying to figure out. Once you go one, it's like, damn, maybe I want the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just check out the portfolio and you see, you just make sure everything's exactly how you want it. And if that vibe's not there, and that's not a good vibe, then don't do it. You don't have to stick to the first shop you enter. There's so many artists out there that do amazing work. So just do your homework and
shop around.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything you buy. I mean,
except this is permanent.
Except this is gonna be with you for life.
Yeah.
That car you got, it's a fucking piece of shit, and you just realize that you could take that back and get another one.
Mm-hmm.
You're not exactly gonna cut your arm off and get another one.
Yeah.
All right, Frankenstein.
Not today. All right. Kyle, what the fuck is this? You wrote a book on this one. Okay. How does having tattoos? Wait, hold on. I can't read. This fucking guy.
When it's long, you can't really read. It's gotta be the shorties.
Has having tattoos had an impact on our lives in any way?
Yeah. I would say it has.
Yes. Thank you. Next question. All right.
I would say it has. Pros and cons. I mean, having tattoos, straight off the bat, having tattoos makes you a badass. Don't give a fuck what anyone says. Having tattoos, you're a badass. You got tattoos, you're a badass. Oh, you have tattoos. So if your grocery saying that, hell yeah, I am. You got tattoos, you're a badass.
So stupid.
No, seriously though. When I go to the grocery store, I'm constantly getting looked at. When I go anywhere, I'm constantly getting looked at. Whoa, did you just get out of prison? Blah 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 blah.
What gang are you in?
Yeah, I get pulled over a lot.
This guy, not me. I'm a fucking. I blend in, but I'm a good-looking guy. I don't know about you.
I'm a scumbag, and I get pulled over constantly. And when I get pulled over, guess who's getting searched? All the time.
Every single time.
Every time I get pulled over, I get searched. I'm not gonna say it's necessarily the tattoos that do it, but
you know what?
There was one time. Tattoos.
One time you did get searched. They found your blow up doll in the car, and then they're just like, "Oh, you don't even want to deal with this. Get the fuck on."
True story. Yeah, I get pulled over, and they're like, "We're gonna search your vehicle." I was like, "Okay, I got nothing to hide. Search my vehicle." What do they see in the back? A blow up doll. They hold on, lift it up and said, "That's a blow up doll." I was like, "Yes, it is." You're free to go. We're not even gonna bother looking in there.
Why? That shit's so funny.
That was good.
That was so funny.
If you wanna hide your drugs, hide them in the blow up doll. They're not gonna look.
Alright.
But no, seriously, when I go to the grocery stores and I'm with my kids, I get looks and I could feel them staring at me. Not everybody, but there are those people that are like, man, I don't really want to be in the line next to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it doesn't even matter what I'm wearing. I could be wearing a suit and I'm cringe. Too. I'll be sitting there feeling, wow.
Well, yeah, considering you got your fucking knuckles in your throat done, it doesn't matter. You can't hide your ears.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's pros and cons. Like I said, I mean, you're a badass if you got tattoos, but then there's always something else that you have to worry about. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Okay, Kyle, fuck you. Which do you prefer, black and gray or color?
Fuck. That question.
Good question.
I like them both. And that's the shit thing. Because I don't want really both of them on me. I mean, I don't know. I've been super into color, and I wanted color, and I was like, you know what? Clean, Rock One does amazing color, and he has tattooed us, and I'm like, wow, this guy is amazing with color. I love color. It's vibrant, but at the same time, I really love that. I really love like
Looking like a prison.
yeah, like
scumbag.
that Chicano style, black and gray, and I'm into morbid. I love morbid things in horror, and I love that too. I love the black and gray essence of morbid themed tattoos. So, and also the sun. You know, you go out in the sun. I mean, those color tattoos. I feel like they would fade after so long. You know, I mean, unless you take good care of them and maybe suntan lotion and all that stuff. But black and gray is always gonna stand the
Test of time.
test of time.
Well,
I don't know. It goes back and forth with
To me, my honest opinion, depends on the skin, baby. You got light, pale, fucking Snow White skin, color pops.
But so does black and gray.
Yeah, I know that's the hard part. So having the pale skin, but with that, you can't say I'm the opposite. You got dark skin like a Samoan or a black guy or anything like that. You can throw color. Like you could throw some muted colors in there, but realistically, that color pop isn't gonna be there. So it's like when you see like a pale arm with like a rose or a sparrow or whatever, like it pops because it has that color behind it and the lightness of it's almost like coloring on paper. Like it's easier. But with black and gray, it also you can see that gradation. The only thing I see different with having pale skin, like look at this thing's kind of my arm's kind of pale. With the black and gray, is the white doesn't show.
Yeah.
Whereas in the color, you could play with it to make that white stick out, but the white fades out in black and gray because of how pale my freaking arms are. Like, or it stands out, like it stands out in certain areas.
You know what helps though? Getting the fucking tan.
I can't. I got that Irish in me. You want some?
I already had some. Plenty of it.
To do. So yeah, I mean, it just depends on the skin for me. I personally, I love my chest piece because it's full color and it fucking pops and it's hidden under my shirt. So when I work shirtless, like it gets a little bit of sun, but realistically, it's 8 years of it's been taken care of. So it just depends on how well you're able to protect it. My legs still look good, and it's like shit. I packed that in. I put this in, and like you can still see that red.
No, that's true. I mean, I said, if you go out in the sun, everything, and that's not. I guess it's not necessarily true because I go to the pool a lot, and my chest is all colored, and I haven't had a problem with it. I don't wear suntan lotion. I don't need that stuff, so I don't bother wearing it. So, and it still looks like it did when I got it done. So I don't know. It just goes back to what as far as what style you're looking for, I guess, what theme,
and who's applying it.
Yeah,
that's the big factor because I wanted my arms to be colored, but obviously they're black and gray. I got a little bit of color, but obviously I'm going black and gray because the artist that I have, I cater to him, and he specializes in black and gray. Best believe I'm gonna do black and gray. He wants to do a little bit of color. He could do a little bit of color, but he wants black and gray. He's gonna get black and gray all day.
And there's nothing wrong with that because black and gray looks badass.
It just depends on you. It's just a personal thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing that people go back and forth with tattoos. Black and gray or color. Next question, Kyle. You piece of shit. What was your first tattoo?
So my first tattoo was my upper left arm. And I did it from here to here. No McDaniel. So we did that in Vegas with Clean Rock One out and it was pretty cool. I came up with this idea of how I wanted to do it, and I had this idea in my pocket for a good year. I went and I drew it out myself, and just came up with it, and was showing it to different people, different artists, and they weren't at the same idea level as I was. And then when we came across Clean Rock One, we were like, yo, this guy's gonna do it. And then he was like, yeah, let me sketch it out. And he drew up a line drawing, and I looked at it, and I was like, that's what I want. That's what I'm gonna get. So he went and he killed it. He knocked it out of the park. You know, we're gonna go into details of our tattoos. Like, we'll put up pictures and video, and to actually tell the story of how we got that tattoo. But yeah, my first tattoo was my upper arm, and I'm happy with it. I think it's a badass piece.
Oh yeah, and it's by Clean Rock One.
That's better than your idea. What was your first tattoo?
Shit, my first tattoo. I was young.
And dumb.
Yeah.
Still dumb.
Yeah, still dumb. I'm a little young. Not really. I feel like I'm not, maybe.
Go ahead and flex it.
First tattoo was boom, 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 boom. What up?
I know you can't read it.
It's small, because that's how young I was. I was about that big. That's how big my bicep was that when I got that. That's how big. Oh, man. That one, I was like, yo, let's go get tattooed. I'm ready. You know, put me in, coach. I'm ready. I was like 15, 16. And met up with a long time, a buddy we went to school with way back when. And I heard he was doing tattoos, so I was like, let's go. I mean, I'm looking to get tattooed. Let's just knock this, one out real quick. Cosa Nostra. I'm Italian, so this thing of ours, family first, basically. Fuck this dickhead. And yeah, I was like, let's get it done. And actually, I just talked about that in part one. Actually, how he broke
a needle. The needle. Coincidentally, it was the worst tattoo feeling. Yeah. Well, the second worst tattoo feeling I've ever gotten.
And I think I said on that video, this last part was maybe because it was my first one, and I was young, but it hurt like a bitch. But yeah, that's the first one. I mean, it's tiny, and I'm back and forth if I'm gonna cover it up or not. I don't think I am gonna cover it up just because it was my first tattoo.
Yeah. I'm
just gonna work around it. I mean, I'm not anywhere close to, being done getting tattooed. I mean, we still have a lot of way to go as far as that goes.
A lot of work ahead of us.
When I look at my skin, I actually get mad. I want that to be covered up. I want all my skin to be covered up with tattoos.
I feel that.
We'll go in depth with that in the next video.
In the next one, because we want to go in step by step. Yeah. We gotta finish one episode at a time. Kyle keeps yelling at us about this bullshit. Knock this out. We got stuff in the bank already knowing, like, we got you guys set. We got content for days.
Kyle keeps saying we need to stay consistent with our shit. So
let's see. How should I work with the artist?
How should I work with the artist? That's a good one. So, getting a tattoo, you're gonna go in there. You're gonna talk. You're gonna talk to an artist. You're gonna hopefully look at their work, what we had just gone over. You're gonna check them out, and when you finally start to agree on an artist and you start to talk with one, say you have an idea already, and you're like, hey, listen, this is what I was thinking of. I want it, blah blah blah, right here. And the tattoo artist checks it out. Okay, well, maybe this this part of your body doesn't quite work with what you're trying to get. So maybe if we try it on a different part of your body, it will look a lot more cleaner. The placement is a little bit better for what you're looking for. You gotta listen to your artist. If your artist tells you it might not look right at a certain part of your body that you're trying to get it done, then take that into consideration, because they're the artist. They've tattooed people. This is their job. They know what they're talking about. Because believe me, you don't want to walk out of there with something your artist told you maybe not to do, and you do it anyways, and it happens to come out wrong. As far as the placement wise, or even in the style that you're going for. As far as they're the artists. Anyways, they're the artists. They know.
All right, guys. So with that, I'm done.
Fuck Kyle.
Fuck Kyle with these fucking questions. They were good at the first episode, second episode, they're all right. But after consulting each other, we wanted to go and give you guys the back end of the episode.
We wanted to kick Kyle out, honestly, of this section.
So now we're just gonna go ahead and bullshit with each other. So let you guys see how we really,
Yeah.
we gave you guys a lot of feedback what we are. This is us actually just. This is how we chop it up.
I'm trying to sit in proper. I'm ready to just talk shit and talk about tattoos without someone telling me what to talk about.
Yeah. So we figured we'd go and just start off with one of our cool stories that's happened to us, and this was about 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, maybe something like that. We went to Ink and Iron out in Long Beach at the Queen Mary, and it was fucking awesome because we were gonna do it. We were gonna get head tattoos. We talked.
Dickhead tattoos.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Because we're dickheads. We hit up Clean because Clean was gonna be at the Queen Mary, and so we were like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's go get tattooed." And so we hit him up and we're like, "Yo, you got room for us?" And he said, "Come by the booth and we'll take care of you." And so we went and we checked in on him. We were walking around shirtless, looking like we're studs and all that, showing off our pieces. And we set it up to talk to Clean, like, "Hey, you know what? Let's go and let's see what you got." And he had this booth was smaller than this fucking couch. Like, it would have been like this.
Fucking yeah.
Like,
Squeeze us in there, bud.
We wouldn't have been even laying down. We would have been sitting there, just our heads tilted with a fucking roll of paper towels. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy because my tattoo idea, I don't know what your idea was because it was so long ago. And
My idea has always been the same because I am gonna get my head tattooed. It's always been pretty much the same.
Well, what I've always wanted to get done, I've always wanted to get my side panel done.
I already know.
You already know. I'm gonna tell everybody because I fucking love this.
Bring it
idea.
up every fucking time.
Every single time, man. So, when I was in high school, I used to draw a lot, and a lot of people know, like, I used to draw a lot of pigs and bullshit. Like, I don't know why I have this fascination of drawing with bullshit pigs and doing these cool things, but I also have a huge, huge respect for good graffiti art. I don't like bullshit graffiti art that fucks people over, but good graffiti art, I love it. And so, one thing that stands out to me was I wanted to get like a pig, like as if he was using my ear as a fucking table to stand on, spray painting like a big old mural on the backside of my head in blues and orange. Like, that was my main color theory, was blue and orange right here in the backside.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, I was gonna have Clean do it because he's a new school artist, and so I was like, oh, he's gonna kill it with a new school tattoo. That would have been sick. And what was your idea? Or what is your idea?
Yeah, well, eventually I will be getting mine done. Hopefully you travel down that path too one day. But want to get Deliver Me From Evil. Some sick ass writing, Deliver Me From Evil, with maybe like a couple fucking skulls shooting around out of it or something. Just something morbid, on there. That's pretty much it.
You just want one side panel?
For right now, I haven't thought about having the whole entire headpiece.
Dude, I would do like the pig on one side. I'd probably do the pig on the other side too, doing another wall.
Yeah? See,
Dude,
I've only thought
like,
about one so far.
I'm like crazy about stuff like that. Like, because of the color, like, and also like it kind of sucks that I'm thinning out. That's the only thing that's holding me back, is I'm thinning out. If I wasn't thinning out, I'd for sure.
Yeah, because if you wanted to not have it show all the time, you can grow some hair out.
But with bright ass color, a wig.
Dude,
Get a mullet wig.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to the mullets people that we fucking follow. 'Cause those guys are
Hey,
funny.
if you guys could hook us up with some mullets, though, honestly, we'll take some mullets.
Oh man, that shit would
I'll
be
bring
funny.
that shit back.
Dude, get a cigarette and just like that video of you, just fucking.
Yeah, dude, straight up, I will rock a mullet to
man,
work
that shit's
everywhere I go.
funny. But yeah, dude, like, oh man, I can't wait to get my legs done finished too, cause like I was thinking about doing, and I got that Snow White on the backside, so I was thinking of doing like more like morbid, kind of morbid-ish.
Disney characters or?
Like, I wouldn't say Disney, but like princesses type shit. At least girls, or like doing like I was thinking maybe a Bad Wolf. That'd be sick.
Like a kind of
Like Little Red Riding
Yeah.
Hood. Get a fucking, and maybe I'll get the grandma right here, getting eaten by the wolf. like a steak dinner.
Oh, grams.
I'm just kidding on that.
Dude.
That's
Hey,
some
whatever.
stupid shit.
You want grams on your leg, dude.
Yeah.
Put grams on your leg. No one's judging you.
What's your next idea that you're
Before we travel on any further, I just gotta bring something up, and hopefully Brett doesn't cut it out of the fucking video.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But this dickhead was gonna get his whole head paid for, tattooed, and he didn't do it. Kind of upset about it.
I
'Cause it's
didn't.
like, this guy was gonna get a full on headpiece paid for.
No,
Not even have to spend.
he was only offering it because
on.
he knew I wouldn't do it. If I was gonna do it, they would have retracted the deal, and I would have been
I don't
fucking
think
the
so.
deal.
I just gotta bring that up because that's a headpiece.
No, well, you know
Paid
what?
for.
Is what it is. You know what? I'm married, and that is why I didn't get my head done, and that is why I still don't have a head tattoo.
Yeah, he used to have a thing that dangles right there. It's no longer there. No
Nah, he's talking about my nutbag.
more.
Gone.
Well, I don't know what happened to it. Nobody does.
This kind of fucking went missing. But my wife has some fucking golden nuts on her keychain. So
Yeah,
keep...
that might be it. She
Yeah.
might have like like when you take a human skull and you shrink it, and you shrunken head.
The shrunken head syndrome.
That's really what happened.
That's
Beetlejuice, that fucking
straight
girl on the
up.
couch, fucking shrinked his balls.
That's it, dude. Like, it's some bullshit because it's like, man, I still want to get my head tattooed, but I already been told, like, hey, big dog.
Yeah, you still gonna get it.
Hey, come
Once I get it, you're gonna get it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So maybe I should just go and do it after this video. So that way
Right
I
after, like, right, drop me off.
Yeah, drop me off. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. But yeah, I mean, yeah, when we're talking of tattoo ideas, and yeah, we got a lot of different ideas for what we want. I know I want to be covered up. I don't want to see any skin.
Nah.
I mean, not like covered up, but for the majority, I want to
Yeah.
be just completely just flaccid.
Like
for
a
the most
suit,
part.
looking like Travis Barker and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be.
I won't do the face.
No,
Nah,
I don't know. I've always said I want to the face, but
I'm too pretty.
No, I don't
You know what?
think-
There is a dude I know though that got fucking like little scythes coming down right here. Fucking
you
so
talk about
jealous.
that guy.
I told you I wanted to get that.
How have you not shown me that guy?
What do you mean? We just seen him at the gas station.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. He had a beard.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
he had a
mustache. He had
mustache.
the fucking
Dude, you're
gnarly.
gonna have to show me when we're done with this fucking
Yeah.
video because I'm curious on what you're talking about.
But yeah, no.
That's funny that because I want to get the Misfit and some like sick ass writing. I've been talking about.
You're
it for
not
a
getting an
long
eyebrow
time.
tattoo.
Dude,
I will
Misfit
not
right
allow
here
it.
with two scythes going like this.
I will not allow it.
in a cross
That is
with blood dripping down
ridiculous.
it right here.
Man, you're too pretty to go and get your face tattooed.
I'm not pretty enough. I mean, maybe I will be pretty when I get that tattoo.
Well, ask my mom. She said you're pretty.
Oh, well, I mean, she was drunk, so
But it's
who
time for
knows
another day.
if that was real or not.
Oh man, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
But yeah, so anyways, there's a ton of tattoo ideas. I know I have all pretty much majority of I think probably well you too. Majority of the tattoos are planned out. You know, I'll plan it out. I'll talk about it. I'll mull it over in my head for months, and if I still like it, and I'm like, that's something I want. I definitely on my leg I want a witch from the same like a Salem witch trial getting burned at the stake on the back of
His
my leg.
foot will be a cauldron.
Ooh.
Your foot being fucking just pure black with a little bit of fire coming off the fucking toes.
That'd be kinda
And then
weird.
like having
No,
the
dude,
witch burning, like,
dude.
and then coming up would be smoked out.
Nah, mate, the fucking toes will be the little fire. So when I wiggle them, it'd be like, dude, like fucking fire is flowing.
Honestly, you better fucking get that, cause I got room right here for a wicked witch being burned at the stake.
Dude, that'd be legit though. A little wiggle action, it'll make the fire look like it's dancing.
Like little piggies.
Dude, I'm down for that.
Oh man, that's funny.
I also want to get on my leg, on that same leg on the other side, Marie Antoinette getting beheaded by the guillotine. Just
Yeah.
there goes your head.
Wait, you know what? Then here's the better question. What do you guys like? What's some badass ideas you guys got? Put them in the section below.
Yeah.
Or hit us on the Instagram.
Yep. IG.
Bob's
Follow us.
coming in.
Can't
He's
quit
gonna
my day
get
job.
this. Hey, how did your hands feel?
Not bad. My hands were easy.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm scared. I want to do my hands.
Hands were chill. I think that was probably one of the chillest tattoos I have.
Really?
Only because I wasn't sitting awkward. I wasn't doing anything
Yeah, 'cause
weird.
it's almost
I was just
natural.
like, yo, what's up? Yeah, like I was
All of
just
them? Like, even down that. I wanted to get.
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted
the
to get
same
one
concept.
right here, and I wanted to get right here. And then that fucking guy, man. I don't even know who he is. The dude that has the fucking the skull and the chick, and his fingers are candles. That was like a tattoo that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
Because I wanted my hands where I could put my hands together. Actually, my chest piece, the scenery,
Mhm.
I originally wanted to get it on my hands. Like, imagine like a good, calm scenery on one hand, and then like fucking lightning bolts coming through and different chaos, like a volcano blowing up. I was gonna do that. so that way when you put my hands together, like it'd be water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of how my chest is.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
where my, and then bam, you put your hands together and it's a fucking
That way when you
masterpiece.
punch someone, you'd be like thunder punch.
Thunder punch. But no, I wanted to do something like that, but I got it on chest instead.
Well,
I still want to get my hands, but it's just it's so tricky to fucking figure it out. And then also you gotta commit to like I'll be down for a week. And we work.
That's one thing I don't want to do. I'm wanting to cover my neck up, but I'm afraid I'm gonna just like sweat and just working and the rubbing of the collar shirt and everything.
That's why you gotta wear t-shirts, big dog. I
I'm
wear
not even
t-shirts.
gonna wear a shirt to work. You know?
Only.
I mean,
I wear
I'm paying money for that.
I wear t-shirts like all the time. 'Cause it's like fuck this.
Well, once it gets a little colder, I'm gonna be doing so.
Yeah.
You guys are
Okay.
individually
So that
watching
makes
next
this makes
few months.
sense. Hold on. No, before you keep going, I want to go and elaborate on that stupid ass comment. When it's hot, I'm gonna wear a polo shirt, and when it's cold, I'm gonna wear a t-shirt.
No, I'm saying like I'll get the tattoo done when it's colder.
Oh.
I don't sweat that much.
I was
'Cause
like,
right now I
what?
walk outside, I'm sweating. So at least when it gets colder, they're not gonna be so. It's not gonna be so bad. So you guys keep watching this. Within the next few months, my entire neck's gonna be done. It's gonna be covered.
Yeah. Well, wait for the next couple months, and my knee.
So Steven, you better be ready, Steven Paps, because I'm coming for you. Hopefully our ass tattoos come first though, because I definitely want you to tattoo my ass before you tattoo my neck.
Hey, don't forget, guys. We need that fucking. We're at 560 still. So
Yeah, if you guys keep clicking that follow button, you know, and you tell all your friends, and you just keep going to town. Can't Quit My Day Job podcast, Instagram.
And follow us individually if you guys like us as individuals. I mean, I did actually get. There's a handful of people that have gone from the Can't Quit My Day Job to go and follow me on my regular stuff. And on my regular stuff, I show about the family and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's for your own.
That's for me
That's
personally.
that's for like stuff.
But I'm mainly on ours. Like we share that one. So, but it's one of those things. Like, yeah, yeah.
No, yeah. So you just keep telling everybody where it's at, and we're gonna have some ass tats.
Yeah, help us, help
So,
you.
come
Because
on.
it's gonna be badass when you get that design. It's almost like that MTV show, but I'm not gonna do something that's gonna screw you over. I'm gonna give you a badass piece. Like that's my thing is I actually want to give you a badass tattoo in the hopes that you're gonna give me a badass tattoo, because yeah, these are some, you know, this is for the fans too. Like I'm gonna do something funny but cool. That's not gonna screw you over in life. Like you can wear a thong speedo later down,
And I definitely do wear those, so
I feel that.
don't fuck me up.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to have someone touch my ass with a tattoo machine. Steven.
So stupid.
So, all right, guys, that concludes this episode 3, part 2
Tattoo.
ish. Tattoos. We talked about tattoos in this one, so I would say it's part 2.
We finished Kyle's bullshit.
Yeah. Kyle got his shit covered.
We go and gave you guys a couple ideas of what we want to get done. Like it's something
It was just talking shop.
talking shop. This is something that like we're passionate about tattoos. We love seeing other people's tattoos. We love going and appreciating the art of the person sitting there and getting it. I like asking people like, how many sessions was it? How long did it take? Because that really goes to show if the tattoo artist could get that work done quick and efficiently and good, and it also shows if that client was a bitch or not.
Yep. How many breaks did you take?
Because like when we get tattooed, it's more like we're not gonna tap. We'll wait till you tap. When you tap, I'm out. I guess we're done.
Yeah.
But until then, just keep going. So yeah. With that being said, guys, this is the end of episode 3. Next episode, we'll see what happens. You never know.
It just comes when it comes.
So make sure you hit that like, that follow, subscribe, share to your mama.
Comment in the comment section
Below. We need help. Get us to 1,000. Ass tattoos.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
And yeah, with that being said, man, we appreciate everyone.
Yeah, we really do. You know, we're making these videos and we're having fun doing it. Once again, we love it. At Can't Quit My Day Job podcast on Instagram. Give us a follow. Tell your friends.
Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube.
Please.
Thank you.